Third guy. Oh my god, oh my god! Yeah! Come on! Come on! Fucking yes!
Very biased opinions. Very biased opinions.
World Cup 2018, England just won a penalty shootout.
I've got no words.
We won!
Nothing. I've got nothing. I'm too drained. Oh my god.
Daddy, for Christmas, all I want is England to win a penalty shootout. Please make it happen.
Oh my god, I've never been so aroused.
We won!
Oh my god.
A penalty shootout!
What did we just see, Tom?
There was roughly 70 minutes of garbage intertwined with some really good England play and the world's most stressful penalty shootout I've ever had to live through.
They're always stressful, but usually we don't win them. But we won a penalty shootout! Oh, I can't believe
Should we go with the negatives or the positives to start?
it. Oh, positives. Positive.
We won a penalty shootout! Harry Kane is the top goal scorer this World Cup. You probably can't see my arms in this video because I'm so far forward. I'm going to sit back.
I will just edit it to its only arms.
Okay, that sounds good.
I'm
going to open stickers like this to relax myself.
In case you didn't know, England just beat Colombia on penalties.
Open some stickers to calm down. I don't know how to deal with today.
We never win penalty shootouts.
We've only won one in the history of
We only
football.
beat Spain in one in Euro '96.
That's like Spain.
We never win penalty shootouts.
Anyway.
We were 1-0 up in the 93rd minute and Colombia equalised.
Also, you won't have this on camera, but roughly 20 minutes before that I said I can just see Colombia equalising in the 93rd minute. Just saying.
He did say that.
It was painful.
And I have to say, I'm going to be the first person to say it. Fuck you, Colombia.
Fuck you!
The way you played football was a fucking disgrace.
Dirty words.
All the way through.
Ooh, I got Bernardo Silva.
Nangalang, he's not there. Carrasco.
I have a Frenchman called Sidibe. I don't
And
know.
I have, I have Kaliningrad.
Ooh, Stadium. Which is a weird man. There you go.
A weird man indeed.
We need this, because if not, we're not going to be able to do this.
So, first half was very boring. England... It was very much... the story of the game was Colombia trying to make the game as nasty and gritty as possible.
Take your beer, you need it.
But England struggled to break them down. Struggled to create many chances.
But when you say struggle, it makes it seem like they were trying really hard. It seemed like both teams were very happy to slowly work through. I'll give you a pack in a second.
Yeah. No, that's fine. That seems fair.
It didn't seem like either side had a huge interest in trying to win the first half. The first half seemed like... Oh, I've got a sticky. Yeah, it's shiny. It seemed like the first half was one of those... I have Serbia, shiny Serbia, and I have Aver Banega, who I think we already have. But, no, the first half seemed like, ooh, and I have David Ospina of the Colombians. We just fucking scored 4 penalties past. Go home, Colombia!
And even Jordan Henderson let you save one. Was the story of the game was the referee's reluctance to use the VAR system and the reluctance to fucking send a Colombian player off.
You can't headbutt someone in the chest and then headbutt somebody in the head. And then you can't take a bloke down in the box. Am I missing something? Have I missed a key element of football here?
I mean... Jordan Henderson got headbutted in the box. It can't be a penalty because it's already a free kick. It's okay. Bill's gone down the back. We'll rescue him. But
he has been drinking all day.
It should be a red card. You know, and the referee doesn't even go to the VAR to check it.
No, he does not.
It baffles me because that's something that should happen. And obviously, the game carried on a lot like that.
So in the second half, England upped the tempo. They looked like the better side. They took the lead. It was a penalty. No, wait, we did that in the first half. No, we did that in the second half. Goal penalty. Harry Kane, they set up in kind of like a basketball formation, reintroduction of the ball. The defender...
But I just want to say, like, I asked you before, but I don't think we got it on camera. What is the benefit of doing that?
Well, basically, the idea of all starting in exactly one place means that everyone's pinned in one area, right? So it's a bit like where you take a goal kick and everyone stands in the exact same eighth of the pitch. And the idea of that is that when you break apart, you go in a bunch of series in different lines, and what you can do is you can block off each other's runs and kind of run behind each other, which makes it a lot harder for the defenders. But what was interesting in this is that the defender that takes down Harry Kane has actually stood with him the entire time, breaking up this line of 4. And the minute Harry Kane starts to run, lowers his shoulder, comes into his stomach, starts trying to push him off, and then when he can't, just kind of lets him go on the floor. And it was a clear penalty.
And the referee was looking at it the whole time.
Yeah.
On that one.
Oh, he was the last man as well. He's the last runner in.
He lost control of the game, the referee, but he did get that one right.
But you know where he lost control of the game? There.
He lost
because he allowed the Colombians, for 4.5 minutes of recorded time by the BBC, by ITV, by anyone watching, to argue, scream, fight, bitch. They just kept arguing with him.
And Falcao was doing the VAR sign. It's like, yeah, okay, go check it, because it's a fucking foul.
We got told at the beginning of this tournament that any player caught doing the VAR sign would get an instant yellow card because it was disrespectful to the referees. Have you seen that happen once? Well, I haven't seen it happen
Falcao
once.
did get booked, so maybe he got booked for that. But...
That was like 30 minutes later, mate.
No, he got booked in that instance, didn't he?
No,
Did he?
it was later on.
Maybe.
It was over the... there was like that weird fight in the box, and he dived when he was accusing Maguire of diving. Which Maguire admittedly dived, also got up and went, I'm sorry, I didn't dive. Yeah. And I know you're not okay with that, but I'm just saying there's no reason to get a yellow card arguing with the referee about a dive when the player who dived has literally gotten up and been like, that's my bad.
Your argument with that was that footballers like to pull out.
So glad we didn't record most of that. Some of the things you say is worrying. They is worrying, my friend. They is worrying.
I'm a bit disappointed we didn't get the bit of your US soccer coach being a hick.
Randy Blackman, I'm sorry to say, my friend, that I misrepresented you, and I'm glad you retired now and you won't be watching this.
Well, Thomas, I want you to be the quarterback.
Coach, it's a bit different than this. If you don't pick that ball up and throw it, you're American, not an American. We won a penalty shootout!
Oh, God! We all thought this was going to end 1-0. England tried to shore the game up. Colombia didn't create too much, apart from England trying to give them a goal.
Well, you got to try.
Towards the end of the game, virtually in injury time, I don't know which Colombian player hit it, but he hits this screamer of a shot.
Oh, it's Jordan.
Drives full length to tip it behind. And you thought, right, okay, that's the moment we're going to see it through.
We've done it.
But from that resulting corner, the centre-back that's been a threat for them the whole tournament, scored 3 goals in this tournament.
Yeah, 3 goals.
Nina heads the ball into the ground, it bounces over Trippier, who can't get enough on it, and it goes in the goal. 93rd minute, and that was... Well, we had to make a hasty beer run at that point, didn't we?
Stella, sponsor us.
Yeah. But that was bad. That was... Just how annoying Colombia played the game. That was just even worse that they got an equaliser late on.
What you and I seem to have... Forgetting about talking about through our reactions to the game, how the game went, one of the most frustrating parts of this game was the poor refereeing in it. And it was that we felt like a storyline was already coming out of it, that the biggest thing out of this was the referees weren't trying. I know you need a packet. Sorry.
No.
But it felt like, yet again, it was going to be a story of we almost did it, but then this happened. We almost did it, but then Frank Lampard's goal got called out because it wasn't in. We almost did it, but then this bloke got sent off. We almost did it, but then David Beckham was sent off for not coming foul. We almost did it, but then we missed an open goal. Like
giving a foul against us in extra time.
Yeah, like I can't deal with that again, and that's what this match felt like. And this is the first time in
another Colombian.
You're out. Go away. You're probably up here right now. Get out. It's really good that didn't happen. But honestly, what is VAR? What is it?
There's another incident where England should have had a penalty where Jesse Lingard goes through, and it may have been Mina again, but he completely, or was it Davison Sanchez? He
missed the tackle.
Completely missed the tackle and fouled Lingard, who has no reason to go down. No. He's got a shot on goal if he stays on his feet.
He hits the ground right next to his foot and then hits his other foot.
It's not the fact the referee doesn't interpret it as a foul. They don't even check it. They do not even check it.
So what that means is that, according to what we're told, is that VAR will only point out a clear error. And what they're saying is the referee has seen contact but deemed it not to be an error. Yeah. He's deemed it to be legitimate, and the people on the camera have gone, oh, he touched the ball, it's fine.
Where's the other inconsistencies in this tournament where we've seen marginal decisions like that given?
Well, I've seen marginal decisions, I know I'm going to sound like an England fan, given in every other game except this one.
Well,
every other game I've seen this
a lot of games, not every other game, but you can go all the way back to the Griezmann penalty against Australia.
Which was not a penalty. Sorry, I'm not.
Where there even was a little touch on the ball on that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There wasn't a penalty in that. There was actual contact with the football. But anyway, the most important news is England won a penalty shootout!
we all thought this is it. We're out. Extra time sort of came and went. There were Colombia played well in the first half of extra time. England played better in the second half, but it all came down to penalties. Falcao scores. Kane scores. Random Colombian player scores.
Random English player scores.
Marcus Rashford steps up and scores.
Great penalty.
And we thought.
Well done, Marcus.
We thought that we were really nervous about Marcus Rashford taking penalty.
We were, but he did a fantastic job.
He did a great penalty. Then it was Henderson. Colombia scored again. Then it was Henderson. He missed, and you actually said the words "we're out, we're out, we're out."
I actually texted certain people saying "game over."
And then Colombia hit the bar, and I'm screaming, "Got to be Vardy! Got to be Vardy! Got to be Vardy!"
He was.
Up steps Trippier. Takes arguably the coolest penalty of the lot.
You know what? The thing is, when he walked up, he had it under his arm, and there was this sort of stride about him where he's like, "All right, let's get this over, and I'm ready. I want to be done."
I don't have that about any of them, other than Kane.
No, but he looked like that. Like,
wow,
when he walked up, he looked confident. He did his run up.
All I see is just what I'd be thinking, and that's pure dread.
But cometh the hour, cometh the man. Jordan Pickford made a fantastic save where he'd overjumped, the ball was going past him, and you see him just lift his arm.
Oh.
In midair, he goes, "I can get there," and just makes contact.
I love his celebration as well. His celebration was amazing. And then I'm screaming, "Vardy, Vardy, gotta be Vardy, he's a Premier League fucking striker."
These are all direct quotes.
But it wasn't Vardy. It was Eric Dyer. And,
No, don't worry about telling the rest of the story. Ian, did England just win their first ever World Cup penalty shootout?
I can't.
Because they fucking did!
I can't.
Come on! Come on!
I am really happy, but
Woo!
I'm an old man, Tom. I got limited reserves. I didn't know Brazil had a woman playing. Miranda.
Yes, it's Miranda.
And
so we won a penalty shootout, Ian.
So
can I quickly cover some negatives before we end this video?
Hook or by crook, you can.
I'm disappointed that that Kane was played as a midfielder. I think we really missed a chance playing our best striker in a midfield position. Like, this is like playing Scholes as a left midfielder, and it seemed to cost us for most of the game. It seemed every time we were breaking away, the ball came to Kane behind the striker to play a through ball, which is not his forte. And if Lingard, Dele Alli, flippin' Henderson had been there, this is what they do. Their entire game is based on passing the ball, and they're giving it to Harry Kane to pass the ball. And Harry Kane's entire job is white box, score into it. And I was really let down. I was frustrated the entire time by that. I was frustrated by how long it took him to put Rashford on. Rashford would have made a much bigger difference. And the minute Rashford came on, if you're watching, you saw Ospina take almost 2 minutes to take a goal kick because they knew what that meant. Yeah. That meant Dyer was dropping into midfield, Rashford was pushing up top. But you know what? Didn't mean that. They dropped Rashford into midfield.
So you could say Kyle Walker had the best cramp in the World Cup history.
He did have the best
cramp. Rashford could come on.
But I still think Gareth Southgate tried to manage England out of the World Cup in this. He did way too many weird changes. Why did Eric Dyer come on? Why are we trying to consolidate a 1-0 lead? Why are we giving them more of the ball to try and hold out? They're Colombia. They're not bad at football. Falcao is very good. At set pieces, they're not short. They have some very big players. And we talk about Sweden. Sweden seems easier than Colombia, but Sweden are also a lot more organized than Colombia. They're not going to allow us to do what they do. They're not going to commit as many fouls. We're not going to have to rely on claiming the referees outdone us if we lose this game. We can just get beaten in the next round.
I think we'll do a little view of what we think about England-Sweden once the dust settles on this one a little bit.
We will. I'm just saying a couple things that throughout the match you saw that were...
No, you're absolutely right in what you say. I would like to say I thought Harry Maguire had a very good game.
Harry Maguire was brilliant. I liked when Falcao went for his header at the end, he gets between the two of them, and the BBC, because we had the BBC feed up in front of us and the ITV commentary, we're like, oh, this is bad, Falcao's getting the better running, Colombia are doing well, and you're going, well, actually, if you can't get to the man, the most important thing to do is make contact, and he gets right into him. He gives him no chance to redirect that header. He's almost pushing him in midair, and it's a legal challenge, and it's all you need to do, and he did it.
And I did think that, once again, I thought Jordan Henderson, despite missing the penalty, had a good game.
He did. Yeah. He did. No. I mean, I said it in the thing. I was like, it's very depressing if Jordan Henderson's your best player, but he was, and he is. And he's driving us to a World Cup 2018 success. It's coming home.
I have nothing else to say, but I'm going to leave Tom to say it one last time.
It's coming home, coming home. Tell the world that it's coming home. Da 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 da. It's coming home, coming
Oh my
home.
god, I didn't expect that.